Medication that can reverse an opioid overdose will soon be available over the counter nationwide.
The FDA approved an over-the-counter nasal spray containing naloxone. That's the generic name for Narcan. That happened today. Thanks for joining us for Denver 7 News at 5. I'm Jessica Porter.
And I'm Shannon Ogden. We're glad you're with us tonight. Let's dig into overdose numbers here in Colorado. So preliminary state data shows more than 1,600 Coloradans died from drug overdoses last year. The majority of those involved opioids.
The state saw nearly 840 deaths from fentanyl last year. That's down from 2021, but up nearly 300 from 2020.
Denver 7's Colette Bordelon spoke to a woman who has seen firsthand how important Narcan can be.
He is the best thing in the whole world.
The past 9 months totally changed Mary Hoover's life.
I am a homeowner. I have a husband. I have this beautiful baby.
But the change goes back further than her baby.
I was a baby. You know, I got sober when I was 20.
Hoover says she started using heroin at only 17.
The darkest time that I've ever experienced my entire life.
5 years ago, on July 4th, she overdosed.
I got a bad batch. And that's when I actually first heard of fentanyl.
Her friend called 911. Narcan saved her life.
It kept me alive long enough to want to get sober.
The FDA just approved the nasal spray to be sold over the counter across the country.
What Narcan being available over the counter means to me is just that people get to live.
Inside of Flatiron's Family Pharmacy in Longmont, you can still pick up Narcan right now, but the process is a little bit different, right, Angie?
Yes, it is. Pharmacists can actually write a prescription for Narcan.
Pharmacist Angie Peterson.
In one box of the nasal spray, it comes with 2.
Walks people through educational points about Narcan, along with symptoms of an opioid overdose, like shallow breathing, bluish skin, pinpoint pupils, and even unconsciousness, while teaching others how to administer it.
You put your 2 fingers right here, insert it in the nose, and it releases one spray.
But Narcan is still expensive. Without insurance, Peterson says she's seen it cost more than $100. With insurance, she says it ranges from $30 to $50.
What will happen in terms of rollout and pricing? Cost can still be a significant barrier.
It's one aspect Sam Borden with the state will be watching, as the FDA says this process to get Narcan over the counter could take months.
It's a huge gain for the overdose prevention work that's being done in the state.
Because what this little box holds inside of it,
I would have died an addict. I would have died homeless.
is the chance to reach the light at the end of the tunnel.
Because I was Narcan and able to live, I was able to have this incredible life that I have today.
The state knows cost is a huge barrier for people getting Narcan, so they'll continue to provide it for free to eligible groups through their Colorado Naloxone Bulk Purchase Fund. Live in the newsroom, Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
Such an important tool. All right, thank you, Colette. And experts say administering Narcan is really very easy. First, you check to see if the person is in fact experiencing an overdose. You saw some of the signs there: unconsciousness, not being able to breathe. Second, give that first dose of Narcan in the nostrils. Third, call 911. And then fourth, give another dose after 2 or 3 minutes if this person has not regained consciousness.
It's possible for a person to experience another overdose, even without taking more opioids. And so staying with them until the ambulance arrives gives them the best possible chance of survival.
And this is very important here. Narcan is not harmful to someone who's not overdosing, and that includes children and babies.
Let's look at some solutions to helping people who may be struggling with substance abuse. A new study published today in the Journal of the American Medical Association finds a direct correlation between the availability of disorder-related telehealth services and a decline in drug overdoses. The study looked at Medicare users before and during the pandemic. It finds those who received disorder-related telehealth services during the pandemic had a 33% lower risk of a fatal drug overdose. But the study highlights the need for more services like this. In the pandemic cohort, only 1 in 5 people in the study received telehealth services. Denver Police has a team dedicated to stopping overdose deaths in the city. It's called the Fentanyl Investigations Team, or FIT. The team focuses on reducing the fentanyl supply, assisting with overdose death investigations, and tackling fentanyl distribution.
Well, Denver police arrested a 39-year-old man wanted for providing fentanyl to a man, causing his death. They say Ramon Quintana gave the drug to the man last May, and the victim was found unresponsive at a restaurant near 11th and Broadway in Denver. Officers say the man's death was caused in part by fentanyl and alcohol. Quintana now facing several charges, including distribution of a controlled substance. Police say this is his 80th arrest.